this was sold on the shelf this way, the barcoding is right there, that it has been touched by a cashier and scanned. And then I need to open this right here. I can tear it all the way across by hand, but it's not an inside of a box sachet. Like, for example, this box has two sachets inside of it that are inside of this part that a customer could touch this, the cashier could touch this, or if it's stored in a shared kitchen, if it was a blessed kitchen, somebody could touch it that is, their hands are touching food elsewhere. That means you could touch it because it's the outside box and you don't touch the inside until you are handling it for the food. So how do you get it out from inside the box? Well, start with this one. This is the outside packaging. I started to boil the soup, and it was this soup mix bag right here. I'm reaching into the garbage right now is unsanitary, but so is that. I didn't do that. I don't know how that got there. That's illegal. It was there when Charles Toe was present here, and I have not seen Charles Toe here for quite some time, some weeks and months. And then this is, I just emptied this out, and it had some small amount of soup mix at the bottom. Now I have to go to here, and I'm to touch this is really not due. I have to wash my hands, but there's a plumber on this fixture. This is a replacement fixture from the original that I saw since I've lived here. This is a replacement, and I don't want to use it unless it's an emergency. And it's not an emergency for me to wash my hands unless I reach right into the garbage. But this is all my garbage. Nobody else touched what is in this garbage except me. And then I can handle this, but it's due to wash the hands. I also just ate a small bag of Cheetos. Yeah, I did eat and clean my hands with my mouth. Well, I'll show you the bag of Cheetos. It's right there. That's what I just ate. I'm supposed to wash my hands after I eat the Cheetos, but I don't want to touch the plumber's fixture unless it's an emergency because it's really his and he's letting me stay here. Sort of. Maybe I shouldn't be here. Well, I'm here. I need a death on myself, and I need to decease the creation out of their permissions problems, which is that I didn't really give the plumber permission to put this in unless he's going to use it himself, and that means he owes me that I can live someplace else that has everything the way I want it, which is brand new. I want everything new. This is new, but it's not mine. I didn't put it in myself. I did not install this fixture myself. That means whoever installed it, it's yours. Yeah, this is the plumber's fixture. This is also somebody's stove because it didn't come in here. It's a replacement, but I didn't ask for it. I need a new place to live. I don't need a replacement stove and a replacement fixture. I need a new place to live. And I need it offered to myself as God because I am myself, and also because you're working, and that's how you work. You don't just replace something that's broken and tell somebody they can stay. That's you telling them to get out because I didn't replace it myself. Yeah, who are you? Well, you owe me a key to live someplace else. Do you have it and you're living in there to make sure that I'm not there? Because that's how I know you. Is the plumber living in someplace and it's brand new and it's all renovated and really nice? He fixed it up for himself and he didn't give me the key so that I could live in there. And he can live here with this fixture because he can fix it. He doesn't want to fix up the whole apartment of a new apartment or a house and let me live there. And then he can stay here with this fixture because it's being used. I'm using it. He didn't just replace it and it's just sitting there. I've been using it. Well, I don't afford the plumber. I really don't. He won't give me a key to live someplace new. I don't actually own this apartment. Not that way, not to him. The plumber would say that I don't own the apartment because I didn't do that myself. I can't pay him enough. I mean, I'm not himself. He's not myself. I'm not himself. He's not myself. There's multiple plumbers that have been around here. So back to this packaging. This is the outside that has been touched by people in the store, the cashier, and whoever brought it in, which is, I know who they are. And then it's been touched by myself. And I need to wash my hands on a plumber's fixture. I don't really need that. I need everything that's my own. And then I can shop for myself. And I can also do self-checkout, but you check the receipt. It's pretty much touching everything because you're illegal. Self-checkout at the Smiths at Sahara and Maryland Parkway in Las Vegas, Nevada. You check the receipts there, and you're due to leave once you've done that. You can go to jail and prison for that reason because you are a shoplifter. Otherwise, you said if somebody paid and they didn't want to show you their receipt, you just took everything in karma because you were standing there. It's not due to say that to somebody who really did pay the store from your point of view. You just want to see the receipt yourself. That's you being able to read and write, and nobody hired you to do that when they are the checker for themselves. Do you check other checkers? Do the cashiers? Yep, they have a manager, and they're trying to be a manager of the customers that do self-checkout, and I don't agree with that. So right here, I need to tear this open and add it into that. It's been boiling too long for that. I don't have it all in there together. That's what's wrong with that. It is packed this way. That's the Superior founder who did that for himself. I ended up eating it myself before, and I'm going to eat it again now because I'm homeless. That much water overfills this bowl right here. So that's left in the bottle. This bottle right here went into the soup, and I'm throwing it out and I'm touching it again. And that part of I don't want to touch this part of the garbage can because it's not clean. Touching the plastic is a little better, but not really. I need my own everything new for me. I need a new garbage can. I need a new stove. I need new painted walls. I need a new apartment that's more spacious, which means I need the walls further apart than this. I need a new refrigerator. I need this table disposed of because I don't use it anymore. I used to eat at this table, but I don't eat there anymore. Now I eat at this table. And it's if I lean on it, because it's a foldable table, I would say it's really just for temporary, but I've been using it every day. I really need a real table because I'm making videos for YouTube, and I need nice furniture for YouTube. And I don't have anything nice for YouTube. YouTube didn't send me anything for the postings because who are you anyway? You're doing jails and prisons is what I said in the videos, and that's not going to change because you owe me keys from YouTube directly. You have to owe them to me. You can't just give them to me because it's better than nothing. No, you owe the keys to myself. You go to jails and prisons and get shot in the head with a gun inside the prison. Of course, it's very legal in there. Well, that's what's wrong with you. You don't want to be in jail and prison because you have illegal action on the threatening in the prison, and you don't know that's what your constitution is, and it belongs in jail and prison anyway. Well, I'm not going to help you with that. You have to go into jails and prisons, and you have to hope that you don't see the karma happening to yourself the way you make me see it here in the world, that I don't have what I need. If you were in jail and prison, you wouldn't worry about how I don't have what I need. Well, you're due to be in the jails and prisons, so you don't owe me keys. Then you have to be very well behaved in jails and prisons so that you don't see a gun go off right on yourself because you made somebody angry all up in their face. Well, that's what's wrong with you. You don't have those kind of prisons open. That's what you need because you owe people keys and you don't have a head that way. If you get shot in the head, say thank you to somebody who shot you in the head inside of a prison. Inside of a prison, if you get shot in the head, say thank you before you die because you had a head at all. This floor is filthy. I need a new floor. These are footprints since somebody mopped the floor when the hot water heater burst. and it burst all over the floor. It was high in water. I was walking through, splashing in the water. So this is the new hot water heater I didn't ask for because I don't want to live on this floor that's ruined by that it was flooded. That means it was ruined and flooded. It was flooded that it was ruined. You can't save the floor. And this is footprints from this flooring right here. That's illegal right there in between the tiles. For anyone who knows about stick-on tiles, that's what's wrong with the stick-on tiles. And then I made these footprints here, which I said before, but I'm just emphasizing that I need a new floor 2 ways. I need a new shower curtain. I need a new shower curtain rod, which means I need a new place to live because I don't buy that and put it in here. This is too small. I need a new shower head right there. That's all. I'll try to show it. Okay, it's in focus now. So there's some green right here. That's green, and then this is white. I don't know. So hard water stain on that. So that needs to be replaced. And then this needs to be replaced. So I need a new place to live. I need new keys here. I need new keys for this because this is stuck up. It doesn't go down. So it only comes out as a shower. It doesn't come out down this way, except for that it leaks a little. That's red down there from I have nosebleeds. And the brown is from, I don't know. It's just unclean. Yeah. The mold right here, that has to be taken out and put in a new shower here, which means no, I need to pack and move to another place to live. I need someone to offer me a key as God, but it's too late because I'm telling you what's wrong with it before you offer me a key as God because you are yourself. This toilet, I don't use it anymore, even though I eat. I use the tub, which is why it's unsanitary. This is unsanitary right here. I'm not cleaning that. Nope, I'm going to die before I clean that myself. And I've been alive for 45 years. I want the meter on this disgusting right here that I'm not going to clean that myself. I'm not going to clean that either. I'm going to die out of the formed world. And I've been waiting for 45 years to die out of the formed world. Not just waiting, but I have to do things for myself deceased. And this toilet, I can't save it. Something's wrong with it. It was brand new with the apartment, but the toilet handle right there has been replaced because the toilet handle broke. And that has been used for quite some time. And I don't want to use it because it's a used and hated toilet. Charles Toe is missing not using this toilet, and I don't want to use it. I've been missing myself somewhere in the past. These red buckets belong to Charles Toe. If he still wants them, he can come back and get them. But I don't want to live with him anymore, so this is evictions of Charles Toe. But kindly, if he wants to live somewhere having to do with the landlording around here, was looking for him to pay them money. So I understand that he still has that problem. It's not supposed to be my problem because I'm in the same apartment. I'm not Charles Toe. Everybody knows that. This is my hair oil. I want a new bottle every time I've run out. I need to use a lot of it because my hair needs to be conditioned and it's just not working out for me. I need a lot of that hair oil and I'm not getting more of it. That's as much as I'll have for the rest of my life if I use any of it at all. It'll be expecting that I would not get more. These are my contact lenses. This is the left eye. This is the right eye, but they are not fresh. The prescription is expired. I would not use them anymore because I need a death on myself. So before I use contact lenses again, I will most likely die out of the formed world. Even though I wore contact lenses for 31 years continuously. These are new hair ties. Mitch gave these to me. This is the ones I used to wear but I don't wear them now because there's something wrong with my hair. It doesn't hold up in a ponytail very nicely. So I use the small ones, but I haven't opened these yet because I still have these old ones. I'm showing this as evidence. I have had these for about 2 years. These are evidence of a crime lording. I'm just showing that I still have some. I have a few more elsewhere in a backpack. This is from Ross and Neal Hospital. I can use one that's from a store. But they gave me one. It's better than, because I don't have my own money, so I can say thank you because it's better than nothing. I did get my own money and whiten my teeth with this, but that's pretty old by now. This makes the sound. Let me try, see if you can hear it. That needs to be replaced, which means I don't want to live here. I need new keys. This is too low. I can touch it, and that's glass. I don't want to break it, but I can touch it right there, and I don't want to break it, so that's no. Oh, did you know the stove is on? The stove is on. The light bulb works, but I don't want to change the light bulb. I have to take the glass off. So what should I do with this, because it's been cooking? This has been on all this time, and I didn't add in the extra soup mix to make it thicker. Oh, I'm not going to eat it like that because that's just water with a small amount of soup mix in there. Well, I'm going to add more now. Okay, I set this cheddar broccoli mix over here. I took the top off. That's the top right there. And that's the bottom of another one. I'm reaching into the garbage again, which is unsanitary right there. But sometimes cockroaches appear around here. Around here, I can see little cockroaches. I don't want to crawl into the food and get lost. So I want a new kitchen for that, but I can't report it because you keep sending pest control because you don't know what's wrong with it. You don't pay out a key because you need to go to jail after that. Yeah, you have to go to jail if you pay out a key. You don't have a choice. Otherwise, I don't accept the key. Yeah, I might be threatened by the key, but that's you threatening me. Why are you threatening somebody you owe a key or money to? Okay, so now this needs to be mixed in. I don't have a wire whisk. The plastic fork probably shouldn't be in the hot water, but anyway, we're going to just do the best we can because Bear Creek isn't sending me any kind of wire whisk with its soup mix. And I got a pot. I asked for a pot because I need everything new. I need a replacement for that. I need this to be everything new at a new apartment with a new stove, with new oven, or I could get an air fryer for a countertop if there's more counter space than this. And then I can also use a new, I guess, cookie sheet to go into the oven to bake things in the oven because the one that I have right there looks like that. I don't want to use it because it's unsanitary. But you don't owe me any new keys, right? According to you, witnesses yourself, you don't owe any new keys because you didn't pay one out. And that's because you don't have any credit to pay out a key. You have to go to jail and prison when you see that I need something, and then you need to use the jail's office to pay out a key and everything new I need for myself through the jail's office. And then everyone in the jail's office closes the office and you go to an upstate prison and then you decease the address in the prison with a gun. But I need the key after the address is deceased. How are you going to do that? Is that why you don't owe me a key? It sounds like you don't owe me a key, but I'm not even here because this key is rented. This key is Fremont Gardens Apartments. I didn't get born here. Nope, somebody gave me a key to live here. So you don't have that solved, that somebody gave me a key to live here? I wasn't born here, and you don't owe me another key for all the damages you see here that maybe somebody else didn't go to prison after they gave me a key. Is this my problem? I know it's my problem until the end of the threatening, and then you don't have a live in the formed world anymore or ever again. And that's how I'm going to say that. I don't actually threaten you the way you threaten me, that everywhere I am, I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a place I can be. I don't have permission to be anywhere. You say no to the public buildings you don't have keys to. You say no to the apartment that I'm living in now. You say no to all the other apartments that are renovations or something that's constructed new. You say no to me. You say no to the new cars. I don't have a new car key. I don't have a new car parking. Nope, I don't have a car at all. You say no to all the cars, new or used. I don't have a car at all. You say no to that because there's nothing wrong with you, is there? You're not going out of alive, are you? Like permanently. Well, that's why I'm very far in the alive, very old. I'm 48 years old. I'm here because I'm deceasing myself. And once I do, I'm the one who starts creation. Yeah, I don't actually start this creation again because I'd be deceased in the threatening. I'm deceased out of the creation myself, and I can't start it. So you don't owe me anything, right? You don't owe me any apartment keys, house keys, car keys. You don't owe me like a new stove. Whenever I want one, a new refrigerator, maybe from Sears. I know Sears closed because they wouldn't give me a new refrigerator. Yep, I actually think there's something wrong with you more than it looks. Yeah, but I have something. I didn't get born here. This is where I am right now, and I didn't get born here. Everybody knows that. I've not been here for 45 years. I'm from state of Wisconsin. Well, so you don't want to give me anything in state of Wisconsin. We're in Nevada now. I've been elsewhere, but I'm in Nevada now. You don't have anything for me. Why aren't you in jail and prison if you do or don't pay out a key? Well, so you're just enjoying your last days in the formed world. I know, but God doesn't really like you personally. I know, because I don't like you personally. You're being created so that you can know all the reasons that you belong in jails and prisons, but you could have picked any one of them by now. You're not supposed to hear it from me that, oh, oops, for the past 45 years you were supposed to be in prison. I wouldn't be alive that long if you were in the prisons. I would have died by now. Now I'm not coming back anyway. But you're making me shut down alive myself, and you're going to hear it from me that I did it myself. I'm the top of the Godhead. I'm the one who starts creation. I'm going to shut down alive myself, deceased in thrust. Yeah, that's never been done before. That's not a pat on the back to you. That's a pat on the back to me. But why? Because you didn't want to go to jails and prisons. You don't want to pat me on the back for anything. If you treat me worse than a dog, you would pat on the back. You would never rub a dog's genitals, would you? Yeah, but you send him to a veterinarian to get his genitals, amputated or whatever the veterinarians do to the dog's genitals. Yeah, I don't want that problem, but I don't appreciate the way you've been treating my genitals, like one rupee, one the same as yours, and you don't have a life without my genitals, and that's not the reason you molested me. Nope, you didn't molest me because I alive everybody's genitals and I'm, I don't know, a sinner that way, like you. Nope, you molested me because you didn't agree with what I said when you were talking to me. You were trying to fornicate with me, and I alive everybody who's not myself, and you don't have everybody who's not yourself to yourself fornicating with you all at once. They don't have a live that way. And you're not supposed to have a live anywhere near me and give me any kind of trouble. You can thank me for your 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. That's it. You know where it goes. Straight into jails and prisons because you're not myself. You have ears I don't afford. You don't have to thank me for your ears. You don't go into jails and prisons because I said so in your ears. You have to go in because you are yourself, because there's something wrong with you. I need to get this cap off with one hand. I can feel it's thick in there. Yeah, I can feel something that's thick in there. It needs more water. And then I have to try to fit it all in the bowl, all in one serving. And I'm already measured that it was fitting in the bowl. I'll try and thin it out a little. I think I made it too thick for the last video. I made cheddar broccoli soup. I think it was a little too thick. And so I'm just trying to make it better. It says boil for about 10 minutes. So I am working on that. I think it's been longer than 10 minutes for the beginning part of the soup mix from the leftover soup mix that was from the first bag I showed that was in the garbage. This is the second bag of the same soup mix that's right here. I would have covered it by now, but I'm using the camera. And I'm not counting motions for myself right now. I'm doing this for YouTube because I need myself deceased out of the door locking, and I'm doing it myself. Okay, I'm about ready to serve the soup. Join me. Okay, I'm going to say this first. I filled the bowl with bottled water up until it was full and I could serve it as soup. Then I poured the bottled water into the pot out of the bowl and I boiled it in the pot. I started to make the video and I have this here in the soup. I have this amount of unsolved soup mix. It's not smooth in the soup. Okay, the camera's gonna shut off in 23 seconds. So if you can see, that's the soup. I don't know if you can see it or not because I can see the warning. 17, 16, 15. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye here. Goodbye.